A quick one before I start to depart. Okay, so I received a message from a person and they asked me, what is the number one thing that I should be looking for in a partner? And my number one that I would keep a non-negotiable that that person absolutely needs to have is the winner, emotional intelligence. And emotional intelligence is the person's ability to be able to recognize, understand, and manage, and also influence their own emotions along with the emotions of others. And it is a very, very valuable skill that one can learn if they do not come with emotional intelligence, because most people do not have emotional intelligence. So it's being able to harness their emotions effectively in order to have peace in relationships. It helps a person in order to have much more better communication, because people that have emotional intelligence, they can clearly express thoughts and feelings and emotions, and that leads a person to have a much more clearer and more effective communication. In addition, a person that has emotional intelligence is going to be a person who would respect teamwork together within the relationship. They're going to be more likely to want to be in a partnership rather than a relationship. These are two different things, to have a relationship and to have a partnership. You want your ship in a partner. Your ships need to be partnered. They need to be together, walking on the same page. So people that have high emotional intelligence, they're much more likely to collaborate with you and find solutions to stuff, because they can easily understand and they can manage interpersonal dynamics much more better. And that's going to ensure that there's going to be a much more smoother interaction and both of you are going to be cooperating effectively. And in addition, a person that has emotional intelligence is going to be a better fighter. What does that mean? They're going to be able to resolve conflicts much more better, because they're going to know how to handle them, right? They're going to approach disputes in a way that is much more calmer, and they're going to understand your perspective and their perspective, and they're going to be working towards mutually being beneficial for both of you, and they're going to be coming up with solutions, and that's going to make your partnership much more positive. In addition, a person that has emotional intelligence is a person that has an increase when it comes to empathy. So that's a core component of emotional intelligence, and it can allow that person to understand and relate to your emotions, right? And in addition, it's going to be supporting you when they have an increased empathy, because whenever you come to them with a problem, they're going to be listening more and understanding where you're coming from. So they have the ability to get into your shoes, right? So this is what I have to say about emotional intelligence. There's much more stuff to say why it benefits and why you need your non-negotiable to be a person that has emotional intelligence. Because if they do not have emotional intelligence, you're going to be fighting your whole life to be with a person that will not understand you. And that will be a problem, because it will eventually lead for the relationship to be dissolved. There's no other way, because people without emotional intelligence cannot adapt to relationships. They cannot handle stress in relationship, right? And it's very, very important that people that do not know what emotional intelligence is, or they do not have emotional intelligence, to go research on it, because nowadays, even in work, people are learning how to get emotional intelligence. So it is taught, so you can learn. Just as you can learn to have empathy, you can also learn what it takes to be emotionally intelligent. And actually, emotional intelligence is much more effective than IQ. It definitely is, because a person can have a high IQ and be smart savvy, but if they fail to have emotional intelligence, they're going to be failing in their relationships and in their work environments, because they do not know how to deal with people's emotions, so they won't be amazing leaders and teamwork members. Absolutely. See you later, guys. Mwah.